drywall screw in your arm or burning you, you would do it.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The outlaw biker gang, The Breed, rules this blue-collar area with intimidation and brute force.
They had a mission. They wanted people to fear them.
To gain that fear, Breed members operate as a unified force. Absolute loyalty is demanded from its members. No exceptions.
They stand beside each other through thick and thin. It doesn't matter if you're in a fist fight or a knife fight or a gun fight, they expect you to stand next to each other.
The gang's guiding principles, which they call their bylaws, were in part created by Breed founder Salvatore "The Old Man" DiIulio.
It all boils down to the fact that you have to love the lifestyle, you have to love the motorcycles, and more importantly, you have to love your brothers.
Even more importantly, you have to be willing to TCB. By committing crimes and following gang mandates to move more meth.
They're not afraid to commit whatever crime they need to commit to do what they want to do. Whatever their particular goal is for that day, whether it is they're going to go out and get drunk and beat somebody up because it serves their purpose, that's what they're going to do.
The gang's hierarchy includes chapter presidents and vice presidents, a sergeant at arms in charge of protecting gang members, and the treasurer. Overseeing it all is the National Breed president, who is still the old man, Salvatore DiIulio.
Everything is insulated in their criminal activity in that a soldier may receive orders that's coming from the president, but he doesn't talk directly to the president. The president talks to his trusted people who relay the information further down to the club members who... receive instructions on what it is they're supposed to do, and they do it without question.
You pledge allegiance to the club when you join the Breed by taking an oath. Only then do you earn its colors.
There's the top rocker, which displays the name of the club, the center patch, which is the 13-star American flag, and the bottom rocker, which is the territory of which that particular member is associated with.
That's to be your most prized possession. They care more about their colors than anything.
The center patch is a U.S. flag with 13 stars to symbolize their 13 chapters when they were at their largest. Sometimes a black bar is placed across the flag to honor fallen brothers. To get his colors, a biker has to go through a rigorous rite of passage designed to weed out the weak. During this time, he's referred to as a prospect.
Once you're a prospect, you had to do anything a Breed member asked you to do, whether it be something illegal, a crime.
They were asked to transport drugs, store drugs, sometimes put their name to make things appear to be more legitimate, such as renting storage locations, own vehicles, own weapon registrations.
There is no set time limit for how long prospecting lasts.
Well, for some reason it wasn't that difficult for me. I had my flag gun in 5 weeks. I've seen some prospects be prospects for almost a year and a half, 2 years, because they just didn't get it.
Once a prospect is voted in, he gets his colors and is considered a full member or flag holder. And once you're in the gang, there is no easy way out. The gang's creed: breed forever and forever breed. If you
you want to leave the Breed Motorcycle Gang, you have to have a real good reason and put a request in. If the request is valid,
documentary TV.
Get out of the Breed. But on normal circumstances, you're catching a beating.
Instead of the traditional 1% diamond patch, the Breed models theirs after a woman.
The Breed class patch is the Breed's 1%er patch.
The gang refers to women as old ladies and thinks of them as property.
A lot of the old ladies would wear a designation that says that I'm the property of Junior or I'm the property of Kicker. If a particular woman is wearing a belt or a patch, that she's the particular property of a particular club member, the other club members know to leave her alone. Anybody else is fair game.
The Breed's children wear patches too.
Your kids, they actually have product patches. And so somebody says, whose child is that running by? Oh, that's Steve's, because it says product of Steve. So they say, well, hey Steve, you want to get over here and get your f***ing kid out of here?
The gang has other rules as well, including attending church. Church takes place at the gang's clubhouse.
We had a steel door on the outside, and in the back, they had a great big party pit. When you went inside, there was a big bar and refrigerators and a big cooking stove on the inside, and the rest of it on the second floor was sleeping quarters where some of the club members actually lived.
The clubhouse is the site of meetings, but more importantly, it's the site of Breed parties fueled by meth.
Methamphetamine was pretty much the drug of choice. It got you up and partying. You could get drunk, up to a line of crank, start drinking all over again. Could go on for 3, 4, 5 days.
Not only do Breed members use meth, they also sell it to finance their operation.
I've been in Allentown for 10 years, and several years ago, 8 or 9 years ago, we did a methamphetamine investigation which led right to their door. They were selling methamphetamine on a regular basis. It's their main means of income.
In early 2002, the U.S. Department of Justice reported that the Breed was one of the most active methamphetamine distributors in New Jersey. By 2003, the Breed were making enough money that they were more profitable than gangs twice and 3 times their size. John Jr. Napoli was making sure of that.
John Napoli wanted to create a methamphetamine empire because the profit margins are substantially high.
John Napoli was in the right time and the right place to become the king of crystal meth.
March 2003. In the Philly area, John Jr. Napoli was gunning to be president of the Breed's Pennsylvania chapter.
John Napoli was a gangster. There was never a single issue of remorse or anything heartfelt or anything repentant about him.
He had built a reputation on violence. Napoli nearly killed Thomas Burke, a Breed prospect, for refusing to do a crystal meth delivery. Now he wanted to take out the Pennsylvania chapter's sitting president, James Graber.
Napoli didn't like the way Graber ran the club. Graber wasn't about the violence and the mass methamphetamine trafficking that Napoli was undertaking. They had different philosophies about the Breed and what it stood for.
In November of the same year, Graber decided to do the wise thing.
He realized that if he didn't step aside, that he was going to be forced to step aside, because Napoli made it very clear he wanted to be president of that chapter.
Napoli was appointed president of the Breed's Pennsylvania chapter. But it wasn't enough that Graber was no longer